Hi, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, we're here again for another Bella Live.
We're back.
We're back, right?
Yes.
We're back. Yeah. So excited to be back. Excited to play with some clay.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, oh my goodness, I had such a good time playing with this stuff because it's not one of my regular mediums. So, you know, I needed to play and to fuss and to do all kinds of fun stuff before I could, complete a project to make sure that I kind of knew what I was doing. So,
Well,
yeah,
it's you're being reintroduced to clay because you did
right.
clay years ago.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
years ago I played with it quite a bit and I loved it. It's an awesome medium. But I just, I got away from it and was into other stuff. And so, you know how that kind of stuff works. So,
Yes.
anyways, so hello, everybody. For those of you that are watching us for the very first time, my name is Lisa Rojas, and this is my business partner and very, very dear friend, Ann Butler. Good morning,
Hi,
Becca.
Becca.
You have missed us? I know. I missed you guys so much. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, so we own Bella Crafts Publishing and we put out a digital craft magazine that comes out 4 times a year.
It does.
Absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything. It has lots of really cool projects in it, in different mediums, in there. So it's not just one craft, you
Not
know,
just paper.
not just paper. There we go. It's got other stuff in there too. And it's always fun. So,
And it's free.
and it's free, right? I mean,
I know.
you know, it's just free. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We've been doing this for 11 years.
Um,
Starting in our 12th.
2012.
So we're going to be going, yeah,
We're in our 11th year. We'll
11th,
be starting our 12th year.
12th year, yeah, of putting out this magazine. So it's really awesome. You guys got to check it out. Uh, and Anne's going to put all the links in for me when I'm doing my project. And then when she does her live, then we kind of, yeah, yeah. So do you want to tell them about our ebooks? Because
So we have ebooks there for sale because that helps us pay for everything we do.
yeah.
And we released an ebook a couple weeks ago, Zentangles, with Cindy Shepard. She is a certified Zentangle artist, and she was part of our event. And she does beautiful, beautiful work. They're like little
Oh
tiny
my God.
masterpieces. And inside that ebook, it has like step 1, draw these lines. Step 2, make these half circle. I mean, it takes you exactly through every step you need
Yes.
to recreate all of these tangles. And then you put all these tangles together to create these little works of art. So that is our
Yeah.
latest ebook. But we also have ebooks with Eileen Hull, and we're working on another book with her, her 5th. And
Yeah.
we have some really good, like, handbooks, technique handbooks for certain products that are coming out this fall. So we've been busy behind the scenes, as always.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then also, we want you to join our group, Do You Love to Create? Hi,
Craft.
Helen. So our group, Do You Love to Create? You join.
Craft.
I'll put a link in when Lisa's doing her project. And you can share your projects that you create because we love to see everything you guys are doing. And if it's something we inspired, we love it even more.
Oh yeah, that's always fun. Do you love to craft?
Do you love to craft? I did.
Yes,
I'm creating.
Yes. Exactly.
I saw you kind of catch me, and then you stop because I kept talking.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
trying
I'll
to
put
find
links.
this on Facebook and I can't. It's not.
Well, there's people here, so we must be live.
We must be live, right?
Here, I'll look too.
Okay. Yeah, because it's
Yep,
not
we're
letting
here.
me, and I won't be able to
We're right
see.
here.
Well, what the heck, man?
I'm not sure.
Right. Well, you keep talking while I look to see
So
what's going
I
on
turn my
over
phone
here.
down so it doesn't ring. Okay, so today we're working with clay. We're working with Sculpey souffle clay. It is beautiful. It is soft. No baked clay is like instantly soft right out of the package, but it doesn't take long at all to warm
No.
this up. I was so happy. It didn't take long at all. It warms up really quickly in your hands even. You know, I remember years ago having to sit on clay and try and warm it up any way you can to
Right.
be able to mold it. But this is beautiful. It comes in beautiful colors, and we'll show you a lot of the colors that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And Lisa is doing her project that she used with paper. And later, I'll be showing you how to add foil and to stamp in it and to create jewelry pieces.
Yeah. So you've got the best of both worlds today because you've got the beginners, kind of the beginners look, and then you have the expert because Anne has been working with clay for as long as I've known her.
Yeah, I love clay.
She has made some amazing things with clay when I'm just like scratching my head going, I cannot believe that you did that.
I have got a mannequin in my sewing room.
You have to show that one day.
That is, how big is she? Maybe 24 inches. She might be 18. I don't exactly know, but I did the clay skirt and I did the vest, and it is stunning.
Yeah, she created a whole dress. I mean,
actually, I made a skirt for a friend who worked for a clay company. I made her a wrapped black skirt so she could wear it to the shows.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You really, really have to show that because that is just absolutely amazing. I love
I'll
it.
bring my mannequin down before my.
Oh yeah, great idea.
I'll
Great
have to stand back and show it to people because she's.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, hi, Helen. Well, good morning. Well, yeah, it's still morning here where I am.
She's kindly seeing the comments.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Rebecca's made ornaments for her nieces and nephews when they were very young. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Clay ornaments are beautiful.
Yeah. Hi, Dorothy. Yeah, you know, like I said, I had done some clay work a million years ago. But just not even then, not even delving into it as much as I would have liked to. It's such a fun product that is so versatile. You can use it in so many different ways, which I'm glad that we're doing it this way because, as I said, you're going to get like a beginner's point from me if you're just starting to work with clay. And then with Anne's live, you know, you're going to get something a little bit more advanced.
But mine is very easy.
So it is very easy.
It is definitely for the beginner too. But it doesn't look maybe like it is.
Exactly. And that's what I mean. So we are excited. Sculpey is our sponsor for today, and they are giving away that awesome prize package that Anne was.
4 brand new kits that they sell.
Yeah.
Will go to one lucky person. So like, share, and comment like Dorothy did with the hashtag Bella Crafts. Be sure and share our video wherever you can share it.
Yes.
And if you do the hashtag Bella Crafts, it'll come into our randomizer and we'll be able to see it. And that's how we pick the winner.
Yep. And if you're watching us from YouTube, same thing. Because I do check the comments there also, and I can put your name in manually. If you hashtag us, same way as Anne said, hashtag Bella Crafts, I can put you into the randomizer manually, and then you can also be.
You still have a chance to win.
There you go.
And
There
if
you
you're watching the replay, we don't pick our winners
go.
until a week from today, like almost a week. So it's next Tuesday at midnight Central Time. So you have a
15th.
full 6 days.
Yes. So you have until August 15th, because I'm looking at my calendar now, midnight Central Time to get in on the contest. So, you know, we do like to leave it open for, that amount of time because we do get a lot. The majority of our views are on replay.
Yes.
So, we really we want to make sure that everybody gets a chance. Everybody you gotta have fun and win. I mean,
We would like everybody to watch us live, but we know that's not possible.
I know, right? You can't pick a time anymore. It seems like that'll work. So, but we're happy. We're good with what we're doing. So excited about that. I really should be Italian because I keep seeing me talking with my hands. I know. I talk with my hands all the time. I try to do this.
No.
So I don't, but it's me. Anyways, here, let me show you guys real quick what we're going to be doing. Now, what I did was I created a tag.
Isn't that cute?
Playing with clay. And yes, it is so totally me.
It is nice and bright, exactly your colors.
Yeah, bright and fun and, just, oh my gosh.
And sunflowers.
Because, I kind of have sunflowers in my life. They just make me happy.
She does.
So,
well,
yeah.
And you got to be around things that make you happy or surround yourself with things and people that make you happy.
Exactly.
Yes.
And, you need to do that anyways, as part of your life. But especially if you're somebody like me that struggles with my health issues, you got to keep things around that are going to make you positive and, lift your spirits. Yeah. And knows that the last few months I've been through the ringer again. But, I'm still here.
She laughs.
Well, yeah, because what else are you going to do? I'm not going to, you're not going to find me in a corner somewhere, bawling my eyes. Well, maybe
okay,
a day or so.
So doing the lives really keep her balanced and level. And seeing you guys here and seeing our regulars here makes her so happy.
So happy. You guys have no idea. I love it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's get started so I can show you how I did this. It's really, really simple to do, and you're going to love it. So
simple is good, especially when it's cute.
I get caught up in details a lot of times where, I have to pull myself back and say, yeah, okay, that's one embellishment too many. Stop it. So it happens. But I am going to, oh, sorry, I squirreled. I saw something about sunflower with Becca.
She did. She saw Rebecca's comment.
Uh-huh. Oh, thank you. She sent me such an amazing picture of a bed sunflower. I mean, it was, I showed it to Rich and he just looked at me and went,
he shook his head.
He said, no.
He has limits. Not many, but
yeah, he doesn't say no often, but that was a definite no. So anyways, it was beautiful though. All right, so I'm going to switch my cameras and you guys talk amongst yourselves and I will be back in just a minute.
She says she'll be back in just a minute. Actually, it takes a second to switch. So I'm going to pop out.
There we
go. Let her go live, and I will put some links in for everyone.
Okay, and I am also going to grab something to drink real quick. Not alcoholic, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If that girl had alcohol, it would be an interesting live.
Oh my gosh, you don't want to see me on alcohol. I mean, I'm already as goofy as can be. Okay. So this is what we are creating today. This is just a fun little tag. that I did. And I kind of took it off of a project that I did years ago. Um, remember when I was asking you guys about a month or so ago about plastic, shrink plastic, what you guys thought about it or whatever. So let me show you real quick. This is a pin that I created many, many years ago. And this was one of my first entries into clay. And it's absolutely beautiful. I know that you can't really see it all that well. Maybe if I hold it up a little
It's
bit.
one of my favorites.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just beautiful. I love it. So, and of course, this is all clay here, and then this here is shrink plastic. So, I'm going to be showing you guys both today. Actually, I'm going to show you clay and shrink plastic, so you're going to get the double whammy.
Yeah,
So,
lift up just a little bit higher. It is so stunning, that piece. Yeah,
yeah, see, it's got the little
charm.
charms, and you'll see, a lot of the same thing in the one that I created today, because I could not find. When I cleaned out my studio, I got rid of so much stuff, and this just happened to be some of the stuff that I got rid of, which now I'm regretting it. But anyways, so this I wanted to do something really fun and colorful and summery and that kind of stuff, and I wanted to show you how that just you can put it on a tag, you can put it on, make a journal cover, whatever you want to do. It's just super easy. So let me get started, because this is going to take a little bit of time to do. Okay, so we're going to start now. Because I used clay in this, the project is going to be a little heavier. So for your base on your tag, I used mat board. Okay, you really want to use a good thick piece so you'll have something to hang on to. Because the clay can, even though it is super light, because you'll notice I have a lot on here and it's still really, really light, but I still wanted a sturdier base. So what we're going to do then is just add some cardstock or some pattern paper here. So I'm going to lay that on there. There we go. And then I'm going to flip this over here and just trim the sides off. And then what I did, once I got this done, then I took my distressor here and I went around all of my edges. Okay. And then I just distressed all of these edges, and you can see how quick this goes. This is this is one of Sizik's new tools. It's really cool. But yeah, just distress all these edges. A little bit there, and then we're going to do that, and then the top. All right. Just because, and I distressed it because I didn't like the way it looked just plain. So that's why I thought, well, I don't want to add anything around the edges. So I thought, well, let's just distress it and see. So you're going to start out with this tag. And while I'm thinking about it right now, if you miss any of the measurements or whatever, or if you want a copy that you can print out and read, I will put this on our blog. It'll be on there by Sunday. So you'll have all of the step-by-step instructions, and then also step-by-step photos of how I put it all together. Okay. So don't worry if you miss something. Of course, you could always, watch the replay too. But this tag is 3 3/4 by 6. Okay. So there you go. Now, to get started with the clay, I have these cool molds, and this is what makes it so dang easy, right? Why am I crooked? I feel like I'm crooked.
There you go.
All right. There, that's a little better. Okay. So you can use any kind of silicone mold like this. Just make sure that, it says that it will take the heat, over 275. Because with the clay, you want to bake it at 275 for 15 minutes, I believe. And correct me if I'm wrong, for every 1/4 inch.
Yes, but test your own oven because ovens run hot.
Yes. Mine for this project, it only took about 6 or 7 minutes, and they were done. So what I did was I just tore off some pieces of my clay here, and this is what I mean about just being really super simple. Because you first want to, like Anne said when she was talking earlier, you want to take a moment to play with your clay and get it to where it's pliable. Okay. This clay really gets warmed up quickly. So it doesn't take a whole bunch. But I'm also working, in small pieces. So that makes it easy also. All right. So right now, I'm just getting my clay to where it's going to mold and it's going to be cool. Okay. I'm just getting it ready for my molds. All right. So once I did that, then I took a little tiny piece. I'm going to do this big one here, little tiny piece in a ball here, and I put it right smack there in the middle. Because I know it's hard to see, but these are two different colors. This is a darker, like an orange. And let me see what it's called. I think it's called yellow. Oh, I can't remember what the other one is.
I don't have that color, so
yeah. It'll be in my instructions, you guys. So don't worry about it. And this one, I believe, is the canary. So this one has a little bit more orange in it. So that's why I want to use it for my center. So what I did then, again, is I'm just going to play with my my clay. And you can make this, I'm going to show you here in a second. You can make this as thick or as thin as you want it. Okay. Now, since I'm doing something with paper and I didn't want everything to be super, super heavy, I kind of did, a little bit of thin. And also, you can also use a roller on it. Sculpey has this really cool roller that you can use, but I was using such tiny pieces that I didn't really need to use the roller all that much. So once I get it that, to where I want it, then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push it down into my mold. And with this, there we go. I'm pushing it down. And if I think that it's too thin, and you can tell by looking at it, you see that there, the indentation. If you think it's too thin, then you can, add more clay and then just keep building it. So I'm going to do that here in the center. And then I'm just going to continue to build it up a little bit. Okay, now you can also see that I do not need all of this excess that's around the edges. So what I did was I took my nifty little cutter here, and since I can see where my mold is, I can take off these edges before I bake, so then I'm not wasting my clay. Okay, so we're gonna cut off those edges there. There we go. Okay, now because I'm attaching jewelry findings to this, this is where normally if you make it really really thick, this is where you would poke your holes wherever you wanted, to hang your jewelry pieces, right? But for these, I didn't need to because they were so thin that I could poke them after they were baked. And I could cut them too. So I'm going to show you that here in a sec. So once you have your mold filled, and I'm not going to do all of these because it's the same technique for each one. I didn't do anything fancy. So then what you're going to do is you're going to plop it in your oven. Now, you don't want to put it in the oven that you're cooking in, right?
Right.
So you want to have a oven specifically for clay. So a small toaster oven or whatever. And I was telling Anne that I had borrowed my daughter's because of course I got rid of mine, and hers was garbocious. It was huge, you guys. And it heated up my room so much. I thought, okay, I'm not using this. I will die before I get the project done. So I'm just going to show you real quick. This is what I got. There we go. Let me see if you guys can see this. Okay. So this is what I bought. And I know it's hard to see because my camera is low. But this thing is little. It's like 13 inches. It's just tiny. And it works perfect for my clay. So what you're going to do is, you see, look at how tiny this tray is. And I found it for $26 on Amazon. So that is something that you can put an investment in. You're not putting in tons of money, on a big toaster oven. $26 at in Amazon. I'll put the link in after. So cool. Okay, so what you're going to do then is you're going to put your molds on here, and then you're going to plop them in your oven on 275. And again, for this project, I only did it for like 6-7 minutes when I had all the pieces in there because they're so thin. They baked very quickly. So I was happy about that because then my room wasn't like really, really warm. Because it was triple digits here when I was working on this stuff. So I didn't want my room any warmer than it needed to be. Okay, so we're going to put that away. And then what I did is I went ahead and I had some that I had already done. Okay, so these are the pieces that I had already done. And as you can see, I wanted you to see this particularly. Okay, you see how thin this one is? And then this one is thicker. So it just depends on what you're, using it for. The thinner ones worked fine as far as cutting them out, because as you can see, once you get them out of the oven, then you want to come in and you want to start trimming this stuff off. So you don't need any special tools for this. You're just going to take your scissors. And if I tell you right now that there are little tiny clay pieces all over my room, yeah, it's true. I'm not lying. All right, so you're going to just trim all the way around that. And then I'm going to use this one because it's already done and I already have my hole made. And so I did this side, these No, I did not use this size on this one, right? Nope. Okay. So, find my other little one. Oh, my other little one is hiding from me. Oh, well, shoot. Oh, there it is. Duh. Okay, there we go. So for this project, I did on the mold here. Oop, over here. Okay, I did the larger one, and then I did the smaller size because this is like a medium. This is a smaller, and then I did I did two of the minis. So for this project, that's what you're going to need. Okay, and then also what I did was then I went in and I made my leaves. You're going to need two of the bigger leaves, and then you're going to need four of the tinier ones. I just made like a whole bunch of these. I have them in all the different sizes and all kinds of fun stuff. So you're going to need four of the little ones, and then you're also going to need the little scrolls here that I did. I'm going to show them to you real quick. And I did those in blue. So you're going to need two of those. Okay. And I don't want to show you that totally just yet. So, like I said, I went ahead and I punched my hole, but I did it after. So it did not need to be done ahead of time. I mean, done before I baked it, because as I said, this was pretty it's relatively thin, so it went in really, really well. All right. So when I did then with the larger, what happened to our feed?
It's on your end.
My end.
Yep.
What the heck?
Let me see. Yep, it's your camera. I'm not sure.
Right.
But while Lisa works on fixing that,
Yeah.
I'll read some of the comments. Oh, she left. She'll come back. She actually totally left. Amy said, shrink plastic is so much fun to use. Yes, it is. It is one of those things from like the 70s, I think. And I hate to say I've been working with it probably since then, but it is. It's so much fun to use. And they used to have pre-printed shrink plastic. So I'm not sure. I haven't seen any of that around, but shrink plastic comes in clear sheets and it comes like opaque and totally transparent. But you can draw your own thing and then it shrinks down and it's about an 1/8 or 1/16 of an inch. And I think Lisa might be back. Nope, she's not. So, okay.
Oh my gosh.
There's, oh no, she's not. She's kind of there. I can hear her.
Yeah.
Okay, something happened to her camera. She's trying to fix it. So she's here. She's trying to fix it. We are so sorry. Doing lives, those technical difficulties just happen. Karen says, beautiful samples. Yes, Lisa does beautiful things. Dorothy is asking where she got her molds. I'll let Lisa answer that one. Karen said she went into the candy sections of craft stores to see what they had for her Sculpey clay and to make her faux gems. Yes, you can look in the candy section because they have those great molds that you can use. You have to check and see if they're silicone molds. You can usually bake them right in the molds. Okay. Yep. So she's trying. Um, let me see. Amy, I have some Sculpey and tools that I have never used. I need to get that out. Yes, you do. Amy, it's working with clay is easy. You can make it really difficult, but really it's very easy. It's just, let me see, grab some. So here's a package, and you take it out of the package. This is the souffle clay by Sculpey, and you just want to warm it up because it's in the package and it's sitting on a shelf, and it can take a while to warm up. I think Lisa's back. But see, just by rolling it in my hands like that, then it gets softer, and you want it soft to work with. I'm going to bring Lisa back in. There she is. Can we hear you?
I hope so.
Yes. Okay. I am
sorry.
I have to do this a strange way. I have to leave, add myself in. So I'm going to leave. I'll still answer questions. But if you can answer a question, Dorothy was asking where you get your clay molds.
Oh, okay. That's easy, Dorothy. I got all of these on Amazon because, like I said, Amazon is my favorite place in the whole wide world. So I just put in clay molds, and these came up. But you can also use, as I said, you can use them for food molds, or you can use full food molds. Now my mouth's not working. But you don't want to use them both. You don't want to use them for both things. So what I'm saying is that if you have molds for baking, you can use those too, as long as you don't use them to bake again. Okay. So, all right, there we go. Now, where was I?
There. Okay.
Wow.
You're good.
That was a little insane. I have no idea what
It
happened.
is the beauty of doing a Facebook Live.
Yeah,
or any kind of live. So
I know.
you're all good.
I know. Goodness gracious. How you gonna worry about this kind of stuff? You just gotta get it done. All right.
But everybody stayed, so you're good.
All right. Yay. I did not want to start a new live for this. So I don't know what happened, but it's okay. All right. So what I did then is I cut a piece of wire. This is just a regular, jewelry wire. I believe it's probably, I want to say, an 18 gauge. So it's just about 3 inches or so. And then I put this through my little hole here. There we go. And then I wrapped it around. I'm going to. Oh, and one of the things that I forgot to tell you guys, well, I was going to tell you earlier before I got off, but what you want to do once your clay is done, before you start working with it, I spray sealed mine. Okay, so I just took it outside and sealed it with the spray sealer. Okay, so I just wrapped my wire around the hole here and left this little piece. And then what I did was I just attached my charms from here. Okay, there we go. And then I just kind of made like a little loopy here. And then I wound it around. If your clay is not super, super thick, you can just go ahead and use a jump ring too. So for this one though, because I really wanted to just add the wire, so I did not use a jump ring on this piece. Okay, so now I've got my little charms on my sunflower there. Twist them around here. And then what you can do is you can take some wire cutters and cut off this excess, or not worry about it because you're going to glue it down anyways and nobody's going to see it. So you don't have to worry about it. That's why I also wanted to say I did not worry about the backs of my clay. If my clay came out bumpy or whatever on the backs, I didn't worry about it because I knew that it wasn't going to be seen. If it's something that you're going to wear as a pendant or something like that, then you definitely want to make that back as smoothing and as beautiful as you possibly can. Okay, so we've got our sunflower here and we've got our charms on. So I'm going to set that off to the side. And actually, I'm going to move all of this right now because now we're going to do the shrink plastic. So I want to show you. Now, shrink plastic, it's still, yes, it is still around. You can still get it in colors. You can still get it in the clear, or in white, gold. I believe that Sizzix has, I think they have clear, gold, and silver, I think. But don't hold me to that, you guys. All right, so there. Plug my heat tool in. All right, so what I did at this stage is I cut a piece of not window plastic, shrink plastic. And then for this, you definitely want to add your holes or whatever you're going to do to manipulate it first before you heat it, because you cannot put anything through this once it's heated and set, because it'll just break it off. So you don't want to do that. Okay, so what I did was I didn't want a plain edge around, since I didn't do the plain edge on my tag. So I just took some scissors and I just cut a little design around. As you can see, I'm not being, totally careful about making sure that it's straight. Because with shrink plastic, unless you use it all the time and you're like a pro at it, it's going to change anyways. It's going to, it's going to work however the shrink plastic works. The two pieces aren't going to necessarily be the same. Okay, so you just want to cut those edges there. And then, as I said, because I'm attaching this with some jewelry links, then you want to make sure that you cut your holes in here first. All right, so again, I'm not really measuring, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. All right, so you're going to punch your 2 holes there in the top. You don't want to go too far in, because, well, I guess you could if you are going to use wire, but I did use jump rings on this. So if you're going to use a jump ring, you don't want to go too far from the edge, because then you won't get your jump ring in unless you put in like a really big one, and that would not look cute. So we don't want to do that. All right, so what I did from here is, let me move this out of the way. Okay, I took my cool little Misty here, and as you can see, it has been very well loved. I've been playing with Anne's stamp here. This is my absolute favorite of her.
Mine too.
Big background stamps. I use it a lot because I love it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take just a little piece or a little bit of tape and just kind of tape it down, because if you don't, it's going to pull up with your stamp. And then if you're not careful, if you try to pull it off your stamp, you may have a mess. So you don't want to mess up that ink. So I am going to take, there it is. I finally got my new Gene K back in. I couldn't get my black ink for a few months, and I was like flipping out. All right, so we're gonna stamp this up, and I'm not using the whole stamp because obviously I only need that little piece right there. But there we go. Now, one of the things that I was saying earlier with the clay, it is so awesome because lately I've been having problems with my hands. And I told Anne I was, a little worried if I was going to be able to, use my hands to do the clay. And then I pulled it out of the package and I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. So I wanted to just give you guys that little tidbit there. All right. So I've got my little image. And now I am going to pull this up. And I'm not going to worry about the tape being on the back. Okay, now, old school, what you would do at this point is you would try to keep this pin down as best as you could, and then take your heat tool and heat it. Now, a lot of people used to do the shrink plastic inside their toaster ovens, and that's fine too. But I've always had really good success, and I probably shouldn't say that now, you know, but I've always had really good success with the heat tool. And then when Sizzix came out with this new tool, I fell in love. Okay, so I'm going to pick this up real quick, lean it over here. This is what we're going to be using. Now, anybody that's been following us for some time knows that I love, love, love tools. Anytime a new tool comes out, I have to have it. I have to try it. All of the above. So, this is the new Sizzix. This is for shrink art. Oh, I'm trying to get that off of there. Okay, just leave it. All right. So, this is what is so cool about this thing. Because before, with your shrink plastic, when you were trying to heat it, it would jump around and you'd have a heck of a time, right? So this sits right on top. Okay. And then you have your little tool here, and I'm going to show you how to use this in just a second. But right now it's under there, so I don't really need this at this point. So what I'm going to do now is turn my heat gun on and then just start to heat this. And this mat will keep it down so you don't have to chase it around. It's just so much easier. And
It's so cool.
And I absolutely I loved working with shrink plastic. I was kind of disappointed when, you know, uh, it stopped being used. And then I saw Sizzix coming out with this new tool, and I was like, oh, wow. All right, let's give it a try. Okay, so what you're going to do, you can see it. I'm going to pull this up real quick. You can see how it folds up like that, right? Okay, so you're just going to keep heating it. And you got to be careful because it is going to be hot, believe me. And you just keep your heat tool on that. Okay, as best you can. Okay, and then when you get to about this point, then what I did, let me see. Okay, there we go. Now this is when this tool will come in handy, because this is going to hold it down for you to get that curl out. But also, I'm going to set this down for just a second. You use this part, and this will make it flat. Okay? So we've got a bit of a curl right here. That's from the adhesive. I can see it now. So I am just going to pull that apart. And I don't want to turn my heat tool off. I just leave it on my desk. But this is where it's stuck a little bit. There we go. I'm going to get that nice and hot again. And then hopefully I can get it turned over. So there we go. Okay, so then you're going to use this. And this is how you're going to finish it up once you've got it nice and flat. And then just, if you see stuff starting to roll, heat it and press down on it again. That's what I love, love, love about this tool. This is all silicone. That little end is sticking to my tape there. See, I shouldn't have said that I didn't have any issues with this. There. And you can see it's still shrinking. So it does take, a few minutes to do. But I have made some beautiful, beautiful jewelry from shrink plastic, and you would never know it was shrink plastic unless you were a crafter.
Yes, you can do amazing things with it.
Yeah, I made some really beautiful jewelry once upon a time. All right. That does get very, very loud, doesn't it? Okay, so now this piece is going to be hot, 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 hot. Okay. So see, it's going to come off a little whopper jawed. Sometimes it'll do that. Sometimes it will go straight. It just depends. I could probably get this perfectly straight if I spent some more time on it. But we've already been doing this for a while. So we're not going to worry about that because I have this piece. Okay. Now, what I did with this, as you can see, okay, so this is where your blue clay comes in. And then I used these two little molds here to create these. And then I went ahead and poked holes in both pieces, added jump rings, and then I added chain. Okay, so now you have this piece, and now you're ready to finish and put everything together. And you got your shrink plastic right there, and it looks really good. All right, so now we're ready to just put it all together. So I'm going to start with this piece because this one is kind of like the centerpiece, right? All right, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball it here. And then I'm going to take some white glue because the white glue did work really, really well on this. But I will tell you Oh, because one last piece that I forgot about was my little butterfly. I also made my little butterfly here. And what I did with this is I just added a little bit of the yellow in the center of the mold and then added the blue on top. And then that's what gives it the two-tone colors, as you can see there. Okay, so we've got this one. And I am going to cut that wire piece off because it is sticking up a little bit too much for me and I don't like it. So there we go. Oh, and now I cut it all the way off. All right, so we're going to pretend that it's still on because I'm not going to take the time to reattach it, guys. You've already seen how cute it looks. All right, so we're going to add that there. And then our jewelry piece is pretending it's going to go there. Okay. And then you already have these together. So you're just going to lay them, pretty much wherever you want. Just kind of eyeball it and see, which way you like it. I kind of like it right there. So I'm going to glue these pieces down. All right. So we're going to glue those down right there. Okay, there we go. All right, and then we have our little shrink plastic down here. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue down here. Just so it kind of holds that in place and it doesn't go flopping around. The only thing that I didn't really glue down was my charms. I left those, kind of loose. Okay, so then to finish it off, then you're going to take your little green leaves that we got here, and we're just going to glue these in the corners. Okay. Just like that. There we go. That needs to sit for a second to hold on to make sure that it stays down. Okay, and then now I'm going to switch gears here for a moment on glues, because I found that super glue works awesome when you're putting clay on top of clay. So what I did was I just took my flower here, added a little bit of glue on the backs, and then just lay those right on top there. Again, you got to, make sure that you let it sit. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. Okay, add my little leaves. Now I know, and let me know if I'm wrong, but E6000 will also work great with clay on clay, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, for me, the white glue might actually hold it. I don't know if I could have been just being too impatient. But I really and truly did need it for the plastic, to glue my pieces onto my plastic, because they were not holding with the white glue at all.
So Dorothy is wondering what kind of white glue that is.
This is Gina K.
She just put it in that bottle, Dorothy.
Yeah. It's the Gina K. Is it Connect?
Yep, Connect glue from Thermal Web. Yep.
Oh yeah. See, I'm not seeing comments now. and I'm not even gonna mess with it.
Nope,
Okay,
you're
so
good.
we've got those on and ready. So now we're just going to add our last two pieces, and that is going to be the cute little sunflower here. Where's my glue? There it is. And I'm going to stick that right there. And my butterfly. And you do need to let this sit until it, it really, really grabs hold. Okay, there we go. And then up here, you're just going to add the two little leaves up here at the top. Let's see. That looks okay. And then the other one over here on the other side. There. There. And then the last thing that I did was I just added the bow on top. So I don't want to pick this up because it's still going to be, the glue is still going to be setting. So I'm going to push this one over to the side. But again, this is the finished one. And as I said, these are the only things that I did not attach. So everything else is glued down. But isn't that fun?
It is cute.
And it doesn't take that long to make. It's really, really simple to make. So, that is the beauty of using awesome clay with molds, because it's kind of like a no-brainer. You can just, put the clay in the mold and still have something really, really pretty. So no worries. Anne's going to show you how to take this and make it a step up because she does much better work than me with glue.
No, you do beautiful work.
So there we go. That's the finished piece. And as I said, you can put this on top of a journal, which is probably what I will do, is make a journal and then put it inside or put it on the front of my journal there. But yeah, or just give it to, put a little saying on it somewhere and give it to a friend and just let them know you're thinking about them. Super easy. All right.
Super cute. Okay, I'm going to go over questions as you change your camera. We don't want it like that. Too much space there. Okay. So Dorothy asked, what's the difference between regular and souffle clay? Okay, the difference is the souffle clay is stronger and it's self-supporting, so it won't crack. It's really good for large projects. And Primo, okay, so Primo is by Sculpey too, and it's soft and bendable, but the souffle clay is stronger. Okay, so hope that answers your question. And then Jeanette said that she has some shrink plastics to use. Yes, get that out.
Yeah, fun, right? I mean,
there you are. Okay, I was gonna say, are you gonna switch your camera?
Yeah, no. Here I
am. Amy said that she still has shrink plastic sets pre-printed. I still have some too. I mean, they are from back when Aline's had her creative living show.
Yes.
That's how old mine are.
Yeah, mine too. I did have some like that. I did pitch those. I did. But I did have some.
Mine. Well, they're tiny. They're thin.
Yeah.
On a shelf.
Exactly. So, it's just an easy project. And, like I said, I wish I would have pulled my jewelry out that I had made with it. Just to show you guys. So if I do shrink plastic again in which I probably will, because I do love working with it. I'll pull it out and let you guys see what cool stuff I used to do with it.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, the tool from Sizzix is just awesome.
That is very cool.
I mean, and before I forget, because I don't want you to do what I did. When you have that mat on, my instinct was, when I saw it curling way too much, was to press it down when the mat was on it.
You're supposed to let it just do its own thing.
Yeah. And if you do press it down, you're going to get the imprint of the mat on top of your shrink plastic. So you don't want to
She
do that.
tried it. No.
I did. That's exactly what I did. So that's why I'm telling you, don't do that.
Okay, a couple more questions. Besides, Tammy is listening discreetly from work. Thank you, Tammy. We appreciate it. Dorothy asked, does clay give off a chemical gas and do you need a dedicated toaster oven? You do not need a dedicated toaster oven for polymer clay. You don't.
Oh,
There's all sorts of things out there, but even
you did.
from Sculpey. But I've looked up on the internet. I've used my home oven always for baking polymer clay.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I thought you had to have a separate one.
Well, you can't bake at the same time. You don't want to burn your clay because that will release gases.
Right.
You know, you have to be careful when doing it in your home oven. I mean, I keep it at the temperature. Sometimes I'll lower it.
Yeah.
10 degrees, always to be safe, and I always check it. But you don't have to. Having a dedicated oven is wonderful when you can keep it in your room and you don't have to go into your kitchen and all of that. And if you're doing a lot of clay, it's worth it. But you don't have to. And she also asked if it gave a chemical gas. I know the Sculpey clay doesn't have an odor unless you burn it. Any polymer, if you burn it, will release some gases. And they're not harmful. You have to open all your windows, leave maybe. But people who are very sensitive to like even perfume, it may bother you. Yeah. You know, I mean, everybody's different. So you just have to test.
Yeah. I just, you know, and for me, well, I don't cook anyway, so I guess I could have used my oven, you know, because there's not like food that goes in it. But I just like the fact that that thing was so tiny. It's perfect for in here because while I was baking over here, I could check on it quickly and go back to what I was doing on my desk.
It is. It's about convenience.
You know, exactly. And it was $26. So I'm like, I am so there. But no, okay. So I totally apologize because I said that you had to have, you know, your
and
own.
Some people think that, but everything I've seen on the internet and personally knowing, I've done clay in my oven always.
Yeah. See, I had forgotten that.
I had a toaster oven.
Yeah.
I threw it away because I never used it.
Right.
You know, and I used to do shrink plastic in my toaster oven.
Yeah.
But I like it better doing it with a heat gun.
Yeah. It's just easier for me. I don't know why. Because in an oven, you just kind of toss it in there and, you know, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Ashley's here. Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. One more question. Well, two more questions.
Okay.
Dorothy is wondering where you found the colored shrink plastic. I would say Amazon because that's the shops.
Oh yeah, I don't go to the store anymore. Amazon.
That is her store.
That is my store. I love Amazon, and you know, I find that it's, you know, relatively, the prices are, you know, pretty much compatible. I'm sure, you know,
aren't, but
right.
For the convenience.
You might find something cheaper at Walmart, you know, but I don't go into big crowded stores anymore. Just don't do it. I'm trying my best to stay healthy. So, you know.
It's hard enough getting her to actually go to the doctor and start calling him. Just saying. Yeah,
even
if they could do her test from her home, she'd be.
Oh, exactly. I would be, you know. And it's so weird because Rich is a complete opposite. He loves to go. Well, I used to love to go until I couldn't go anymore. But, you know. But now, Amazon. If you want links, Dorothy, I can put the exact links in for you of the exact products that I got.
We'll put those links in on the blog post.
Oh, there you go.
I'll check the blog post out on Sunday, and all those links will be there.
Yeah, because they're all on there anyways.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Amy is wondering if you can run shrink plastic through a big shot.
Yes.
I would say yes.
Yes, you can die cut. I had to think about that for a second. But yes, you can. Well, it didn't take longer than a few seconds because my memories. Anyways, see, I squirrel. Yes, Amy, you can die cut it. You can get all kinds of, cute, really, really cute dyes and do all kinds of fun stuff with. It's paper thin, and die cutting it makes it easy because you can cut it. So running it through a big shot. Yep. Actually, I was going to do that with some of Eileen's new dyes that she sent me, but I'm going to save that for another project. So, yeah.
Yeah. So,
just so happened that I just mixed the two mediums today with the clay and the plastic.
It worked perfect. It was a great project.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And of course, I'm going to use foil.
Of course she is.
With mine. So make sure you come back at 2:00. That is 45 minutes. This was long.
Well, we got started late too. So all right, I talked too much.
No, you had technical difficulties.
Oh, that I don't know what that
But make sure I posted a picture of the prize that Sculpey is giving away. I posted it in our group and on the Bella page. Check it out. It's an awesome prize.
Awesome.
Because they want somebody maybe who has never tried clay to try it and love it, which I know you will.
Yeah, because
their kits have everything included. Like it'll have the little charms if you need charms. It'll have, everything.
Here's this. They have this. I'm not sure if this is in the kits or not.
Well, it's clay kits that they're giving away.
Yeah, but these tools, these are what I use. These are awesome. It's an awesome set. So, and they're not very expensive either. So if you're going to start playing with clay, check out these from Sculpey because
tools
they're great.
Are awesome.
And they're important. I mean, they're important.
I'm still playing with this piece that I was showing earlier when Lisa was having technical difficulties. Yeah. It gets so soft if you sit and play with it. But yeah, super soft. I mean, you can just squish that down. So
mine was so soft at one point, that my fingers would stick to it as I was trying to use it. It was that soft. So, yeah. Okay, so we are done with me today. Thank you guys so much for joining us for our Bella Live. We love it when you come.
We do.
We love it when you share because we want more people to come. We would love to see more people come visit us when we're live. But So don't forget, Anne is coming up in about 40 minutes. So don't miss that. She's going to take the clay to a whole different new, beautiful level. Not new, but stop it. She's an artist with clay.
It's just fun to play with.
She's going to bring that thing down. I'm telling you, you're going to awe. All right, you guys. So we will see you back in about 40 minutes. Until then, do what we always say. Take a little time to craft because it's good for your soul.
It is.
Oh, boy.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you.
We'll see